Hi, welcome to ShowMeTheCurry.com. I'm Anuja.
And I'm Hital. And today we're making a quick and easy appetizer. And not only appetizer, but it's great for a potluck if you need like a quick thing to take along with you. If you're having a bunch of people coming over and you don't have time to make anything else, this is perfect. So we are making queso.
So over here we have velvetta cheese. Now you can buy these. This is actually a bigger pack, but you're going to basically need about 16 ounces, and it usually comes in a smaller pack. So you can pick it up at a grocery store. They're very, very readily available. Not in the refrigerated section, they're kept in the shelves. Only after you open it, you need to put it in the refrigerator. So this is what you're looking for. And we are going to use 16 ounces of that, and I'm going to cut it and cube it.
It's important to use velvetta because if you try to use regular cheese, it kind of gets oily and it separates when you melt it. But velvetta is a processed cheese, so when it melts, it stays nice and creamy and smooth.
Like a big block.
And we're going to be making this dip. Queso is really, just a Spanish word for cheese. And we're going to make it in a crock pot, simply because it keeps it nice and warm, and when you're serving it to your guests, you don't have to keep reheating it as it cools down. So it stays nice and bubbly and hot, and it's a worthwhile investment. Crock pots are pretty inexpensive, and this is a smaller version, kind of like a dip pot, so it's a good thing to have.
So usually when we go to Mexican restaurants, this is probably one of the things that kids order and adults enjoy also. So one of those awesome Mexican inventions. So here's the cubes. So we're just going to put it in here. Now we've made cubes of this just so that it's easier. When the cooking process is a little easier instead of just putting the whole block in there. Now if you're in a super rush, you can also put it in a bowl, put it in the microwave, melt it all, and then put it in this and let it stay warm in this. So we're going to be making it in this decorative pot, and we are going to be serving it in this as well. Hence the stickers.
They're beautiful.
Yes. So it's on right now. It's on high. So we're just going to let it go. And to this, we're going to add finely cut cilantro.
A nice big handful of it.
It has a lot of flavor.
And then our final ingredient is diced tomatoes with green chilies. It comes in a can, and it's got all the flavor, it's got the spice and everything all in this one can. So you don't need to add anything extra, just a can of diced tomatoes and chilies.
Now if you do, this one already has the green chilies. Now if you want something a little spicier, you can just add some fresh green chilies in there and just let it all cook together. So now we're just going to close it and leave it aside for a few hours. Just make sure you keep stirring it in between so that it doesn't bubble over, number one, and number two, it doesn't harden up. So once it's all melted, just put it on low or warm and just keep it warm.
So we were running short on time, and we used the microwave. We just took our crock pot out, and it's microwave safe. So it took about 4 minutes in the microwave. After each minute, we just gave it a stir, and it's really nice and creamy and melted. So now we're going to keep it in this pot, and again on warm. So while we're serving this, it's going to maintain this nice smooth texture.
Yeah, and that's a great tip. Not only is it useful when you're in a rush, but I want to be in and out of the kitchen really fast, as soon as possible actually. So anything to make life a little easier, let's just do it.
Right. So the other option we have is our tomatoes and green chilies. If you just can't get your hands on one, or if you have salsa sitting in your refrigerator, then you can also substitute salsa instead of the canned tomatoes.
All right. So we're ready to party. But you got to do the taste test, right?
For this especially.
Yes, there you go.
Yummy. You will love it. It's so easy. You gotta try it. So enjoy your queso dip, and join us again on another episode of ShowMeTheCurry.com. Adding a pinch of spice to your life.